this is the given equation, what's the first thing to do? Correct, we will write the equation. The equation would look like this. Transpose y to the other side. Substitute the y value in the first equation. It will become x cubed minus 3x squared minus 9x minus y. The value of y is 9x plus 10 equal to 0. Distribute the negative sign inside the parentheses. It will become like this. After that, combine like terms. It will become x cubed minus 3x squared minus 18x equal to 0. Then, let's factor out. We'll find numbers that if we multiply it, it would become negative 18. And if we add it, it would become negative 3. Those numbers are negative 6 and positive 3. The x values are x is equal to 0, x is equal to positive 6, and x is equal to negative 3. In finding the y values, you can use either of the equation, but I will be using the second equation because it is easier to find its y values. Let's find the value of y if x is equal to 0. Substitute 0 to x. We can see that y is equal to 10. If x is 0, y is 10. Now, let's find the y value if x is equal to 6. Substitute 6 in every x. After calculating, we can get the y value, which is 64. X is 6, y is 64. Lastly, let's find the y value if x is equal to negative 3. Since the x value is negative 3, we'll just substitute it in every x. After solving, we can see that the y value is negative 17. The x is negative 3 and the y is negative 17. The solution sets are 0, 10, 6, 64, and negative 3, negative 17.
I'm going to check the solution sets of 0, 10, 6, 64, negative 3, and negative 17 using the nonlinear equation. The first solution set we're going to check is 0 and 10. So the x is 0 and the y is 10. In every x, the input is 0. In every y, the input is 10. Replace the x cubed with 0 and then cube minus copy 3 and then replace the x with 0 raised to the power of 2 minus 9. Replace the x with 0 minus our y is 10, so it will be replaced with 10. Copy plus 10 is equal to 0. 0 to the power of 3 is 0 minus 3 times 0 to the power of 2 is 0 minus 9 times 0 is still equal to 0 minus 10 plus 10, so it is all equal to 0. So the solution set of 0 and 10 is correct. Check the solution set of 0 and 10 in the second equation. Replace the x with 0 and the y with 10. So 9, replacing the x with 0, copy the sign. So our y is 10, so the y gets replaced with 10 plus 10 is equal to 0. 9 times 0 is 0. And negative 10 plus 10 is equal to 0. So the solution set of 0 and 10 is correct. The second solution set of 6 and 64. So we're going to replace every x with 6 and we're going to replace our y's with 64. We're going to replace x with 6 and then our y is 64, so the y gets replaced with 64 and then copy plus 10 is equal to 0. 6 to the power of 3 is equal to
216.
Copy the sign. 3 times 6 to the power of 2 is equal to 108. 9 times 6 is 54, so it's going to be negative 54. Copy the sign and copy the 64 plus 10 is equal to 0. 216 minus 108 is equal to 108. Negative 54 minus 64 is equal to negative 118. Copy plus 10 is equal to 0. 108 minus 118 is negative 10 plus 10 equal to 0. Negative 10 plus 10 is equal to 0. So the solution set 6 and 64 is correct. Now, we're going to check the solution set of 6 and 64 in the second equation. To replace the x with 6 and the y with 64. So copy 9, replace the x with 6, copy this negative sign. So our y is 64 plus 10 equal to 0. So 9 times 6 is equal to 54. Copy the negative sign. Negative 64 plus 10 is equal to 54, equal to 0. So 54 minus 54 is 0. It is all equal to 0, so the solution set of 6 and 64 is correct. We're going to check whether the third solution set is correct or not. So, we replace the x's with negative 3 and the y with negative 17. X cubed becomes negative 3 to the power of 3 minus, copy 3, replace the x with negative 3 to the power of 2 minus 9, replace the x with negative 3 minus, our y is 17. We input the y into negative 17, then copy plus 10 equal to 0. Negative 0 is equal to 0. So, the solution set is correct. So now, we're going to check the solution set in second nonlinear equation. So we're going to replace the x with negative 3 and the y with negative 17. Replace the x with negative 3. Copy the negative sign. So our y is negative 17. So copy. The solution sets of negative 3 and 17 is correct.
We will be using a Desmos app to graph our equation.